Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us. I'm Mark Schumacher. I am the CEO of the Home Furnishings Association, and this is a special webinar this week. Normally we come to you on Thursdays, but today we have a special webinar with our friends from Synchrony. They are truly a phenomenal partner. In fact, in 2020, Synchrony was named Partner of the Year for the Home Furnishings Association. We have four pillars that we operate on to work with our members. That's community advocacy, resources, and education. And when it comes to resources, Synchrony provides so much to so many of our members when it comes to in-store financing. But we now step our game up today because we're talking about the new Synchrony Ignite program. This is now focused on your teams, the in-store staff that are working with customers. This is a program that's going to give them some incentives to truly now even do a better job to, of course, boost your business and also to have some fun and to feel good about what they do. So this is exciting stuff. We're all going to learn a lot about it today. And we have with us three guests from Synchrony. I want to introduce them. We have Brittany Wagner. She's Vice President Partner Marketing for the home piece of Synchrony, which is an incredible program. Lynn Grice joins us. She's AVP of Small Business Engagement and Retention. And Megan Ferris is Manager of Account Services. And clearly we all had our same high school reunion in the same year. Holy smokes! I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, how did this happen? No, but listen, this is a terrific program. We're excited to launch it today. And Brittany, I'm going to just go ahead and start with you and let you kind of take it from there. If you guys are okay, if I may, reach in with some questions, we'll have some Q&A at the end as well. I'll try not to be too disruptive, but we're really anxious to hear about it because this is truly a critical time to make sure that our staffs and our teams at our member stores are engaged and feel good about what they're doing with everything else going on. And this is a great program. So Brittany, take it away. It's good to have you all. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Mark. And thank you all for joining today to discuss Ignite. And this is an associate incentive platform. Let me get us over to this next screen. And it's a good way for HFA members, they can use it to help increase credit knowledge and sales. So in 2020, we actually had a pilot program where a couple HFA partners were included, and now we've rolled it out to the entire organization. Everyone can join, and it's free to you at the store. So let's watch a quick 2-minute video that gives you a great overview of Ignite. One moment. Here it comes.
Welcome to Synchrony Ignite, an online rewards platform that allows you to learn about your Synchrony financing program, participate in challenges, and earn points. Then you can redeem your points in the Ignite store for merchandise. First, let's log into your Synchrony Ignite platform. Go to igniterecognition.com. Enter your username and password. If you're not already registered, visit igniterecognition.com/synchrony and follow the instructions. In the top right, you'll see your profile and point balance. When you log in, you'll first see the home page or Celebrate tab. As you scroll through the feed, you'll find informational videos, tips about offering financing, challenge updates, Synchrony news, and more. If you see something you like, feel free to click the like button. Challenges are opportunities to earn points that you can redeem for rewards in the Ignite store. Participating in challenges is fun and easy. To see the available challenges, go to the Challenges section on Ignite and choose the one you'd like to learn about. Here, you'll be able to see what to do and how many points you can earn. Then, go ahead and complete the challenge. In this example, we'll watch a video. Once you have completed a challenge, return to the challenge details and click Submit a Claim and enter any required information. Then hit Submit Claim. Your points will accumulate automatically. Challenges range from simply liking a post or submitting a photo to participating in training and claiming credit applications. You can earn more points for more complex challenges. Then comes the best part about Synchrony Ignite, the Ignite store. Here you can browse through hundreds of reward options from gift cards to toys for your kids, even home products and electronics. Simply select your reward and add it to your shopping cart. Then tell us where to ship it. That's it. Ready to get started? Visit igniterecognition.com/synchrony today and earn points just for completing your profile.
Great.
There we go.
Yeah,
You're
there we
back.
go. Thank you very much. Little technical there. So here's just some quick stats on Ignite that we're in so far. So we have 1,099 associates registered. Out of those, we have about 51% of those are active participants. So meaning they've registered, they actually are on there often, completing challenges and earning points. The amount of points earned is over 11 million points redeemed. So that's been used across Ignite, and those have been redeemed for different things like gift cards and prizes. Overall, we hope this will increase as we continue to share the program and communicate its value. And I hope at the store level you will do that as well. Next, I'm going to hit it over to Lynn so she can discuss home challenges that are available to all partners.
So just as a reminder from what you watched in the video, challenges are tasks that allow you to earn points that can then be redeemed in the Ignite store for rewards. Each challenge is worth a specific number of points. And what you're seeing on this page is the categories and examples of those challenges. But one thing that I think is important to point out is that challenges can also be customized to help you achieve your specific goals and objectives at your store. So I'm just going to kind of run through each of these at a high level quickly. Starter challenges, those help associates become more familiar with the Ignite platform and include tasks such as what you see here: bookmarking Synchrony Ignite, liking a newsfeed post, or uploading a profile picture. Training challenges, those are used to provide educational content to the associates as it relates to financing. So some examples include watching a video or listening to a podcast on a specific subject related to credit. And then you can either take a quiz afterwards, or some of them just require a screenshot. The Synchrony tools and assets category, this is just designed to have you get familiar with some of the resources available to you. So examples would include the payment estimator, the business locator, and business center. The feedback category of challenges, we like to use that to get input from you all. So, tell us what you would like to know more about, or tell us what you enjoy most about Synchrony and Synchrony Ignite. A website challenge, it's kind of obvious, right? If you're promoting financing on your website, go ahead and show us and earn some points for that as well. Point of purchase challenges. That would be like ordering POP or showing us the POP that you have displayed in your store. And then Ignite engagement challenges. We just want to encourage associates via these challenges to engage with the platform. So examples would be telling us what's on your Ignite store wish list, or showing us what you've purchased in the store most recently. And then last but not least, our social media challenges, which is kind of obvious, right? It involves anything with Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media platforms that you participate in.
Thank you, Lynn. And on top of those, we also have HFA specific challenges that we've worked with HFA corporate on, and we have these out ongoing throughout the year. So the first one is the webinar challenges, which you might have noticed 722, the Jerry Epperson webinar, we gave 2,500 points for attending. You just had to put in a code at the end on the challenge page. We will continue to do that. Like today, for attending this, you'll get 2,500 points just for attending this webinar. We'll do these on more webinars as they become, around and they're popular. We'll keep doing that. Las Vegas Market. So if you plan on going to market, or your owner of your store is going, they can stop by the booth and get a code, and whoever puts that code into Ignite will get 2,500 points. That one's a pretty easy one if someone is attending Ignite and can grab that. Another one that's big right now is the double points enrollment. So right now, 7/12 to 9/12, so we got another month. You can register for Ignite and get double the points. Typically, it's $25 worth of points. Right now, it's 5,000 points, which is equivalent to $50 worth of points. So literally, if you do some of the starter challenges on top of getting this double enrollment, you already have over $100 worth of points to be able to put towards gift cards or other prizes. Also, each quarter, we do our open and earn consumer incentive in the store. If you take a picture of your point of purchase materials that have that information and upload that, that's an easy 2,500 points. And that also ensures us that you're communicating this to your cardholders. We'll have the same Las Vegas market one for High Point in October. So you stop by the booth, get the Ignite points. Another one, which is this is the second year we've done this. We did this for the control, the small population last year, but we have an end of year promotional survey where we learn what promotions do you want to see, what buy downs do you want to see. We'll put that in there and we'll give you 2,500 points for completing the survey. But the biggest one is upcoming, and it's the All HFA app incentive. And so every HFA member can participate. It's 5 applications, approved or declined. You type in the application number into Ignite, and once you reach 5, you get 2,500 points. And that is, there's no max. You can continue to earn points all throughout the month of October. So we'll be communicating that out in a ton of different ways. It'll be on the member net. It'll be through emails, but that's our big one upcoming that is new, and we've never done something like this with all the members. So before we get actually to this page, I want to go on to Ignite and show you just kind of what we're looking at, and this is what it looks like for you. So here's our Ignite page. It shows the Ignite leaderboard, which some of this was on the video we shared, but it's super easy to go down and look at these are the news feed items. So anything important to HFA members, we actually put here. So for example, we have the upcoming webinar for August 19th is on here. We have a couple different ones here that you can just cruise through. You can like different things. You can make comments. But yes, it's a great tool to be able to see what's up and coming. And HFA corporate also communicates different things through here as well. The challenges tab is here, and that's where right now I think there's 16 challenges that are available. And some are liking posts. We have different ones. There's just all sorts of different applications here. We have, and then the store, which is big. So once you've accumulated points, you can go in here and get some different items. Let me get back to this page. I think we're going to kick it over to Mark to talk about this.
Well, yeah, this is I'm just really going to kind of add into what's been talked about currently, and that is that again, every time there's a special challenge like this, this is, for lack of a better term, this is free money. So take a screenshot of this webinar, enter the image in the webinar challenge at Ignite, the 810 that's today. And that's a simple way for 2,500 points for attending this webinar. And again, you mentioned it in the videos that started this whole thing. It's super easy. Just go to igniterecognition.com/synchrony to make sure that you're registered and get involved. It's so simple. It goes without saying that if you're not taking advantage, it's kind of like, why not? This is just a great way to get involved. And remember, double points enrollment ends 9/12. So if you sign up now, you're going to get the points. And Brittany, one of the things you said that I wanted people to understand, because points don't always make kind of make the translation. But again, 2,500 points is basically $25 in value. 5,000 points, $50 in value. So this can add up really, really quickly.
Yes, and just to add on to that too, Mark. Lynn talked a little bit about custom challenges specific to your store. If your store is having an anniversary sale and you want to run something really fun in store, we can definitely do something specific to your store on Ignite. So definitely get with your HFA contact, and we can look into doing something like that too.
Well, let me just, since we kind of pause switch here for a second, let me throw this out to the three of you just to kind of talk about, because the thing that sticks with me as we're discussing this is that they talked about the fact of not only the customization of challenges, but more complex challenges. So that said to me two things, and I want you to kind of fill this in for everybody. It sounds like you can look at your team and decide where you want their fluency, if you will, to be increased. Let's say it is that it has to do with the programs themselves, or it's different types of training. So if I'm the retailer, if I'm the Synchrony customer here through HFA, then that allows me to really change them as we go along, focus them in the way that I want to focus for my team. So talk a little bit about the fact that this isn't just kind of cookie cutout, but that you can really contour this to the needs of your team.
Yes, exactly. And, I work with, HFA Corporate. We have a calendar we're working through. As you know, we rolled this out to everyone as of Q2. So we're just continuing to get ramped up, and we're trying to get everyone enrolled so we can really utilize this and take advantage of it. I don't know if Megan or Lynn have anything else to add to that.
Mm-hmm. Clearly we were so comprehensive, Brittany, that it just froze Megan and Lynn up. They have nothing more to add to that. And I guess then the question is, though, is how often can you change it if they wanted to change these challenges? Is it a monthly thing? Is it a quarterly thing? Is there any kind of a time frame around anything like this?
No, I mean, typically we do challenges. We open them at the beginning of the month, and we have them open for the month. So typically we say, like, each month you can come up with different challenges. That's the cadence we've been at.
Okay, so you can customize it or not, right? You've got a lot of ready-made. We already showed that list, so it's not like we're adding to your plate unless somebody wants their plate to be piled up with other options for their teams. Is that fair?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm just curious as to where have you seen the most? Can you give us an idea about what a typical engagement looks like for, what are some of our typical retailers out there doing with this? Have you seen any unique stuff that you'd care to share to give some ideas?
Yeah, I would say a lot of it has been around in-store signage. A lot of it's been around training. Really, the buckets that we put out there, I mean, that's where we're seeing a lot of the engagement. Anytime that we can tie in any sort of promotion or things that you guys have going on in store, and you can tie that into Ignite with whether that's marketing and or challenges, the more aligned that happens, the more we see engagement on it.
Okay, and just to clarify too, we've got some great questions that are coming in here that I want to ask here. Does the Ignite platform leaderboard only have people from your store or everybody enrolled? Do you have, in other words, are you benchmarking, or is it just for your team, your store?
Yeah, the leaderboard that's out there is for all of HFA.
Wow. Okay, so we can, if you
got some leaderboard, you're doing well.
Okay. So hey, listen, competition's a good thing. So okay, so you're playing to those. If you've got some really competitive sales team members, things like that, sort of, this could be fuel for that.
Yes.
Here's another one that I think we've kind of answered, but let's get into a little bit more. It says, as a sales manager, I can use this platform as a training tool for my staff. So really, I mean, this is incentives, but do you like the terminology training tool, and talk a little bit about about that part of it? Because there's a lot of this that is focused on training.
I like the term training tool. I think because it is fun. A lot of it is fun. A lot of them are really, they're not sitting there and learning. They're more or less having fun with the platform. But I think it is a really good training tool to help them learn how to sell credit and talk about financing. And I think that's the most important, because when they get in there, you have new people. This would be a great way for them. Hey, why don't you go and take some time and go in and do some of the challenges that can help you understand financing. So I like it as a thought of a training tool. I think because there's a lot of different ways we're using it, it makes it more of a fun training option.
Well, it sounds to me also like there's a lot of this that is just passive too, because Lynn, when you were going through the list, there's a lot of this that I'm interacting on social media, or I'm posting a photo. That might not be something that's intuitive to a member of my team. So this gives them a chance to where, yeah, you're doing this thing ostensibly as a little bit of a challenge and that sort of thing, but it's a behavioral thing. Lynn, would you agree with that? And if so, can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yes, I agree. And that's kind of why we have the starter challenges, just to help everyone get familiar with the platform, start learning the ins and outs of it and how to engage with it and get everybody comfortable. I think that's where we see it's just another opportunity to earn rewards.
Well, and there's another thing in there that I think is important that I'm going to talk about just selfishly. We have the incentives for the Ignite program for Las Vegas and for High Point Market. And for those that are listening to this that are already part of the Synchrony program, it is so valuable if you're at Market to come to our resource center, not only for everything that we provide there, but to actually sit in front of one of our great partners at Synchrony to answer questions that you have, or really kind of, look at some, what's next on the horizon, a lot of these different things. It's a great time to interact. This, if it promotes that, to me is a huge value. And that's coming from me, from somebody that's there and sees that. But Brittany, I think you'd agree with that too, that this is also a great way to encourage that type of interaction.
For sure, yeah, and I mean, definitely at market, that was one of the challenges we were talking about. Like, let's try to get as many people to come visit us as we can, so we can talk about some of the things that are new and upcoming. And we're going to keep promoting those items on Ignite too. So once you're on there, you'll be able to see some of the new stuff that we're doing as well. It's another form, of communicating with us on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just going to say one other little nugget that I also found interesting is that when you talk about the POP, because that doesn't, for some people that might not sound like a big deal, but how effective is POP? I mean, in some respects, it's a little bit old school when you really look at it from a distance, but how important is that? Because this program does help focus on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would add too, with some salespeople and associates, they might not feel as comfortable going up to someone saying, hey, we offer this, we offer this. We actually, having that POP communicating in your store is a good kind of a silent reminder. And then it'll also remind them as they're walking around, oh, they take financing, oh, they take the Synchrony card. So that's why we, it might be kind of a silly challenge to take a picture of this and send it in. But for us, it shows that, okay, your store is covered. You have some of our materials all over. So really that's.
Well, Brittany, you were at market recently at High Point, and we have essentially POP there on the at the Synchrony booth there. And it's interesting because you get this, somebody's walking by and then they just like stop, and it's an attention grabber. And it was a great way to then lead on to a conversation. It's not just in and of itself, just a static tool. It's something that is an attention grabber. So we've seen that, we've seen people wrench their neck when it's good POP. So my point there being is that it is yet another tool.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll say that we've done some research through the Ignite platform and the engagement of Ignite platform of specifically around some of the POP challenges, and those people that are proving that they have POP out in their stores significantly process and have more sales on their Synchrony applications than those that do not participate in the POP challenges. So in our mind, thinking they don't have that POP out. So we have done some research that shows that, just having the POP out there, it is going to get a bump in applications and sales, which is a win-win for everybody.
I got you. I love this question, by the way. This is great. I'm gonna read it directly. Our owner who goes to market can bring me back the code? Good question mark. So I love that. Send the owner, but I want the points. How does that work?
So yeah, it'll be a universal code. So if they stop by the market, we'll tell them the code, or they can take a picture of it, and then they can send it back. And once you go into the challenge, just type in that, I think it'll probably be a 4-digit number, type in that 4-digit number and you can get those points.
Gotcha. And again, reminder to everybody, this doesn't cost the retailer anything. If they're utilizing Synchrony, this is free to them. This is not something that they're paying for, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. I want to remind everybody, by the way, who's joining us, if you do have questions, there's a chat function. Please go ahead and drop in whatever questions you have, as we've got some time here. But I just want to continue to walk us through and just make sure we've answered all the basic questions here. But again, I liked as a matter of fact, Brittany, would you mind going back just briefly to that to the page that had the initial challenges before we go to these base challenges here, the one right before it? Because again, this is what Lynn was going over, and there was just a couple of things in here that I think just with what we've just been talking about is so critically important here. That again, the Synchrony tools and assets. I mean, this is a great place to drive people to again for that fluency that they need. But talk to me a little bit about the Ignite engagement that we miss you. What is that? Go a little bit deeper on that, Lynn. Would you talk to us a little bit more about that, please?
Yeah, so we've used a We Miss You campaign. If we've noticed somebody hasn't been interacting with the platform, then we can send a message to those associates and encourage them, motivate them, right, to re-engage with the platform by rewarding them some points.
Okay, and do you recommend that every team have not just the sales manager, but to have a champion that does this? Because, you know, one of the ways to drive anything is to have somebody on the team that's just into it and got it. How do we feel about that, and have we seen that work anywhere? I mean, do you want to have somebody that's on a team in a store who's the champion?
I have a great example I was going to share. So we did an app incentive for a furniture dealer, and they were super engaged. And actually, they did have a champion who would email Jason, the relationship manager, and get where everyone's stats were. So, you know, they would have almost an internal competition where I think they would. I'm not sure if there was smack talk involved, but there could have been. But for the winners, you know, whoever did the most in the app incentive that they did. It was really every week we'd send over what they were doing and the reporting on that, and I believe it was definitely used, and they really, it was a super successful challenge, so it was a good one.
Wow. Okay. And any of the three of you, please step up here. Is there any other great stories you have like that, or examples, real-time examples? Because that's really helpful.
Yeah, I mean, we see it. We do some challenges, or even just through newsfeed posts where we ask people just a simple thing as, you know, share with us what you've redeemed your points for. We ask them to put it on the newsfeed, and it's a trickle effect. A couple people start to post, and then all of a sudden you log in the next day, and 50 people have posted, and they're proud of what they've redeemed their points for, because one person got their kid a birthday present, the next one, you know, got a tool set for themselves. And they're things that carries trophy value, and they know that they earned the points to get the merchandise through the Synchrony Ignite program, and they get to be proud of that and post it on the feed. And all of that is building a sense of community. And the more, you know, everyone's engaged, the more that you're going to participate. And again, you're getting, this is, like you said, Mark, it's free money, and it's a fun way to really be able to accumulate these points and get rewards. And whether you spend them on yourself or your family or your friends, that's for you to spend. And we like to think of this Ignite store as rewards your way. You can get cash on a cash card, you can get gift cards, you can get merchandise, and that's really the fun part of it once you get into Ignite and really start to accumulate the points.
When you talked about the leaderboard being across, you know, all of the people involved, is there any sort of a communication possibility between people on the platform or not? That's a question that just came in, because I think there was and I'm going to look at the exact, I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but I want to get this. Can I communicate with others on the news feed, like asking questions to them? Is that something that's possible?
It is. Brittany, do we have that turned on for HFA?
I believe so. I can double check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. If it's not, we will.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say we have the capability.
Wow. Whoever asked that question, man, the cat's out of the bag now. You know,
yeah,
I mean,
it's available. Yeah, so as long as that's functionality is turned on, which we will check, you can post your own comment on the newsfeed, where you can post there. You can ask questions. You also can comment on any news feeds that we post. Let's say we post something about an upcoming challenge and you have a question about it, you can post your question there, and that could be your way of communicating with other people on the platform as well.
Gotcha. And how many possible, I mean, there's a catalog of items, right? Like you can do gift cards, I think you can do household goods, things like that. I mean, what are some of the categories that people can enjoy?
Yeah, so within our major categories are either e-gift cards, which are great because you literally, as soon as you hit submit, that gets emailed to you. You could go utilize that right away. We have reloadable MasterCards, which is basically just transferring your points to cash. Or we have the whole merchandise part, and the merchandise part has 140,000 SKUs. So you can get anything from appliances to electronics, jewelry, there's Apple products, you can get AirPods, things like that. So the merchandise part has tons and tons of categories, but I'd say our high level, it's either merchandise, e-cards, or reloadable debit cards.
Yeah, the team here at HFA knows me really well because they were giving me some examples. The first one said air fryer, which has been our sort of discovery during COVID. It's like, where did this come from, and how have I lived all these years without it?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, but I love that. So you can treat yourself. I mean, it's what you do with it is whatever you do with it. That's really, really cool. Brittany, go forward one more slide there. And I appreciate you being so flexible to do this. I just want to make sure that people really saw this again, that beyond the custom challenges, there are so many current ones here that you can take advantage of. So it's a whole playlist, if you will, of possibilities that are already in place, and really taking us through the end of the year really robustly, as far as that goes. Any other examples that you guys can give? Because I just love hearing these stories you've talked about. But Lynn, is there anyone that you've seen, an adaptation of that you thought was really cool, or a really good example of how this program can work?
I would just say in general that anytime someone takes full advantage of what the platform has to offer, that's when we see the most engagement and the most success. And when we have, someone like yourself and store owners engaged from the top down, that's definitely when we see the most success with the program and with sales and applications.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Also give an example, kind of going back to the POP example. We've run that type of challenge quite often, where anytime Synchrony sends out new POP, we ask you to display it and take a picture, submit it. And it really brings a lot of awareness that we started to see, some of the POP boxes were getting stuck in the back of the store, or some of it was coming damaged, things like that, that prior to Ignite, Synchrony wasn't aware that, not everyone saw the POP or this box is damaged. This really got to bring awareness because people now are like looking for their points, wanting their points. And so reaching out back to Synchrony saying, hey, I really want to participate in this, but we didn't receive it. And it brought that two-way communication that's really been beneficial for both the stores as well as Synchrony. So I'll definitely say, that's been a win-win. And then the other one I'll bring up is just the Synchrony tools. There's so many tools that Synchrony has out there, and maybe prior to Ignite, it could be overwhelming because a store signs up with Synchrony and they have all these great tools, but it's a lot to keep track of. With Ignite, we try to each month kind of release different challenges, and they might focus on a different tool, or 1 month it might be a tool, 1 month it might be a training video. But we're bringing, within the year, we're bringing light to all these tools that are available to the stores to offer financing and help you offer financing, but giving it to you in a fun way where we're also going to give you, some incentive points for participating in it. So I think that also comes to mind for me.
I mean, beyond the fun piece of it, it's so critical, because what you just described, Megan, is that this is helping people train their staffs, take advantage of the benefits of using Synchrony financing. And the hope is, you're going to close more deals. Maybe you've got a higher average order. I think all of that is absolutely, terrific and helps the bottom line of everybody. And this is why I just want to say, from the HFA standpoint, how we are just super excited that we're able to offer the Ignite Reward platform as part of your HFA Synchrony benefits. And again, no cost to enroll. I want to point that out. Your team gets rewarded with points. They complete these challenges. They can redeem them for household items, gift cards, etc. It's just fun, but everything is about increasing their fluency in in-store financing and what they're doing in that sales process to really help to transact. And I think that is absolutely critical. And remember too, you can sign up. And Brittany, if you go to the next slide, Winter. I don't mean to sound like I'm directing here, but it's kind of fun. If I was doing it, this wouldn't work. Again, you can register today, and it's double points. It's https://igniterecognition.com/Synchrony. That's where you need to go. And Brittany, advance it one more time, because I think there's one more there. There it is. I want to congratulate once again Synchrony, because they are the 2020 Partner of the Year for the Home Furnishings Association. Today is just yet another example of why. And I also want to say this, just taking personal privilege here. There's no one that you'll work with through our partnership at Synchrony that aren't fun, smart, professionals ready to partner with you and do whatever they need to help you. And today, Megan, Brittany, and Lynn just showed you another side of that. The team is phenomenal to work with, and we love you guys as partners. And Ignite, everybody get out there, enjoy it, take advantage. As Megan said, it's free money. And who doesn't like free money? This is, of course, is also recorded. So anyone that you want to have look at this to understand more about Ignite, send them to myhfa.org. It will be there. We'll also send out a link to everybody that was of course, part of our discussion today so that they can share it as well. So I thank Megan, I thank Brittany, I thank Lynn, I thank Synchrony, and just want all of you HFA members out there to know that we always wish for your good health and good sales. I'm Mark Schumacher. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next time.
Thank you.